Welcome back to Meetings Africa, of course, broadcasting to you from the Sandton Convention Centre. This is home to Meetings Africa, and I think it has been, but I'm going to get official confirmation from my next guest. I don't know if it's been the home the entire time. Has it? This has been for 15 years?
Pretty much, yeah.
It
has, yeah.
All right, well, there we go. Shaun is the General Manager, Shaun Bird of the Sandton Convention Centre, as well as Nonnie Kubheka, who's the head of Gauteng Conventions and Events Bureau. Good to have both of you here with us.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
So, I mean, hosting an event of this kind, this almost kicks off the calendar year. I suppose that you've already done a whole bunch of events, but this one is this the big one that we wait for?
This is the one that sets the tone for the year, yes. Yeah. Having it this time of the year is fantastic. It really gets us going, gets us motivated, gets the team moving, and it enables us to showcase right at the beginning of the year exactly what we can do. In collaboration with Gauteng Convention Bureau, Gauteng Tourism and SANCB and all of our partners, this event really just brings everybody in the industry together. And I think more than just getting the Sandton Convention Centre going, and it gets the whole industry going, which is fantastic. And we all need each other.
You do, and I suppose we do, because we're all linked. It's not just one service provider. I mean, there are so many. People don't understand how much goes into eventing and hosting massive ones. Now, from the Gauteng perspective, are we still... Who gets more, Western Cape or Gauteng? There's always that fight. Or KwaZulu-Natal. What are we looking at? Do you know the numbers?
Because we are number one in the international arrivals, I would think Gauteng is doing the best. And we are number two in domestic. The first one is Limpopo, followed by us. Yeah. So clearly we are doing a lot of good in bringing the international and both domestic arrivals into our destination, using different events, starting from Meetings Africa to leisure events.
Yeah, which is important, because this is what stimulates the economy and keeps Gauteng right up there when we look at that diamond capital of Africa,
yes.
The economic hub. What events are we looking at this year? I mean, are we looking, is the calendar looking good? Because it is tough times.
It is tough times, but Gauteng Convention and Events Bureau bids for bigger events in partnership with the Johannesburg and Sandton Convention Centre. I mean, we're starting with Meetings Africa and making sure that we directly talk to our hosted buyers who are bringing events to Gauteng. One of the big events after this one is the Formula One Festival that is going to be in the streets of Sandton, and we're expecting people to come to that particular event. It's only 60 rand, compute ticket, and we're just making sure that our we create destination awareness and making sure that everybody around the world knows about Gauteng and South Africa as a whole.
Fantastic. That's going to be a very exciting one. I want to look at last year for you, Shaun. We were all talking about we started off the year very sort of cautiously, and were quite concerned to see how things were going to be. Was spend going to go down? How did it go? I mean, obviously, looking at last year, it's still too early to look at this year, but how did it go last year for you?
I think, Leanne, you've hit the nail on the head. It was definitely a year of two halves. You could almost draw a line between the two sets of 6 months. The first half of the year was not fantastic, honestly. But on the second half of the year, it almost like the confidence started coming back. As much as there's negativity around, with just a general feeling that we need to get back to business as usual, or unusual for that matter, but at the same time we need to drive it. It's almost like people had decided that after the first 6 months of wallowing, for lack of a better word, they were going to now suddenly kick into action, and there's been a bit of momentum picked up. It's actually fantastic. We've gone into this year with a lot of stuff already coming through, a lot more confidence out there, and I don't know if it's just this industry, but we are not in isolation. Our customers are from various different industries, and if they're coming, there must be some sort of positivity out there.
Yeah, which is very encouraging. But at the same time, just we're running into news time. But Nonnie, for the challenges as a country we face, whether we talk to load shedding, which I'm getting big beeps on my wrist now saying load shedding alerts. I'm not sure if we're getting load shedding or it's just saying we're not getting load shedding. I'm not sure anymore. But there's load shedding. There's flights that have been cancelled into South Africa. SAA is not doing very, very well. We've got this coronavirus, which we don't have, but it is an issue. I mean, these are big challenges. Every year there are challenges, but these seem like very tough ones to have to get over.
Yeah, every year there are challenges, but we try and work hard to bid for new events that will come in the coming years, it's going to be very, very difficult for us to secure more events. We have to work very, very hard in convincing our buyers to say these things are just temporary challenges that we will solve. But because they're happening around the world, and face-to-face meeting will not stop, events will not stop, people want fun, people want to travel, so we would like to make it fun out of it, so that at least it becomes some kind of relaxation whilst they come for business in the destination.
First port of call for fun, Formula One, streets of Sandton. Let's have some fun. That's going to be fantastic. So that's the end of March, right?
Yes,
29th.
29th of March.
Okay, we're looking forward to it. We'll have to get front row seats and all of that stuff and get that sorted and just have some fun. Because you know what, in and amongst all of the drama, there is fun to be had, no matter where you are in the country. Guys, thanks so much for chatting to us.
Thank you.
And have a fantastic Meetings Africa. I hope it's a great one for all of you.
Thanks very much.
All right, it is now, I nearly said 7 o'clock.